and you can get more as you go through the material in your manuals. Now the second segment in this section 4 of the training course is also concerned with lessons, but this time with the characteristics of a good lesson. It's very important that we realize that if we put the right ingredients into a lesson, it will not only hold the children, but it will also educate them, and that they will really benefit from that time and look forward to coming back the following week to be with you. So here are some of the characteristics that we would look for in a good lesson. First of all, that it would relate well, that it would meet the children where they are. Remember the tree and the branches we talked about? Well, try and make the lesson relate to the children. Let it begin at something the children are familiar with, perhaps some incident in their own lives, or something they're aware of, or perhaps begin with talking about friends they might have at school. Everybody has friends. And then begin to develop that lesson along the lines that you want to take it. So grab the interest of the children right at the beginning. The third characteristic we would look for is some activity. Don't be satisfied to allow the children to sit and take in, but encourage them to take part in what you want to do with them. So activity is important. And also, don't spend the lesson the whole time in just the one thing, but introduce variety so the children may take part and also listen and speak, maybe even do something with their hands or with their bodies by way of drama. In other words, introduce variety into the lesson. And then number 5, make sure that the children can participate. They need to be part of this process, not just an observer, but that they should have a part in the process. Number 6, make sure that it has, the lesson itself is geared to them so that they can really truly experience it. And then finally, try and have something so that you can follow through on what you've taught them. A good curriculum will have take-home materials, and make sure that the children have those, and then they can take those home and follow through by reading the material, perhaps in a little comic strip booklet later on when they get home. So there we have the 7 different parts that I feel are important in lesson characteristic. You'll find also in this section an analysis sheet on page 23, and I would encourage you to spend some time, just take, say, next week's lesson or even last week's lesson, and work through and write down the different items and the time, and then do some analysis of whether you felt the take-home materials were good, how did you bring in activity or variety, how did the children participate, make some assessment of that lesson. And so there you are, we have that section 4, and you'll find some that the lesson analysis sheet will bring in lots of ideas and questions for discussion as your group meets together today. Thank you very much indeed.